$200,000. That's not a CEO's salary. That's what a senior pipeline TD makes in Los Angeles right now. And here's the part that should make you pause. They spend half their day fixing problems that AI doesn't even know exist. Everyone's panicking about AI stealing 3D jobs. But while Twitter screams about the apocalypse, studios are quietly desperate to fill roles that pay six figures, and they can't find enough qualified humans. By the end of this video, you'll know 7 specific 3D career paths that are not just AI resistant, but actively growing in demand and salary. And I'll tell you exactly why each one is safe. Fair warning, none of these are download Blender and follow a tutorial easy. They're high-paying because they're hard. Let's get into it. All right, first up, and this is the big one, technical artist, pipeline TD, the person who makes sure your Maya scene actually opens in Unreal without exploding. I know a guy, let's call him Dave, who makes $180,000 a year at a game studio. His job is literally to write Python scripts that fix other people's broken files. He doesn't sculpt dragons. He doesn't light hero shots. He makes buttons that save artists 10 hours a week. Why can't AI do this? Because every studio's pipeline is a unique, beautiful disaster. AI thrives on patterns. Pipelines are anti-patterns. They're 20 years of legacy decisions, proprietary plugins, and we've always done it this way, duct tape. An AI can't sit in a production meeting and hear that the animators need a new export format by Friday because a client changed their mind. It can't debug why the new build of Houdini broke the first system. It can't translate between the art team saying, "It looks weird," and the engineering team needing a technical repro. Dave's value isn't coding. It's context. He knows the people, the history, and the weird edge cases. That's worth 6 figures because downtime costs more. Speaking of places where downtime is absolutely terrifying, if you've seen The Mandalorian, you've seen this job in action. LED walls, real-time engines, cameras tracking in physical space while digital environments react live. I talked to a VP supervisor last month. She told me her day rate is $1,200. Not her weekly rate, her day rate. And she works roughly 200 days a year. Do the math. Why is she safe from AI? Because her job is chaos management. Picture this. You're on set. The director wants to change the time of day from noon to sunset. Right now, while the actors are in costume, the LED wall needs to update, the lighting needs to match, the camera tracking can't drift, and if it takes more than 5 minutes, you're burning $20,000 an hour in cast and crew costs. AI can't handle that pressure. It can't read the room. It can't negotiate with a grumpy DP who thinks the virtual sky looks too digital. It can't physically adjust a camera tracker that's getting interference from a generator. Virtual production is half technology, half theater. You're performing confidence for a set full of anxious people. AI doesn't do confidence, but maybe you're not a people person. Maybe you like playing God with physics. Job 3, Houdini FX artist. The person who makes water behave like water, explosions look like explosions, and cloth not clipped through geometry like a horror movie. AI can generate a pretty explosion from prompt. I've seen it. It looks fine for a thumbnail. But try telling an AI, I need this explosion to feel like a gas main rupture, not a fuel bomb. It needs to be scary, but not so big it obscures the hero's face. Oh, and it needs to sim overnight because we're out of render budget. AI doesn't understand scary, but not too big. It doesn't understand render budgets. It doesn't understand that the director changed their mind at 3 a.m. and now the explosion needs to interact with a custom rigid body sim that someone else built. Houdini artists aren't just running simulations. They're art directing physics. They're making creative decisions about viscosity, turbulence, and destruction that require taste and technical mastery at the same time. And here's the unexpected part. As AI generates more base content, studios need more FX artists, not fewer. Because someone has to make the AI's clean, boring worlds feel alive, dangerous, and physical. The AI makes the house. The Houdini artist burns it down convincingly. Now, what if your brain likes precision more than chaos? Job 4 is weird and lucrative, and almost nobody talks about it. Medical and scientific visualization. These are the artists who turn MRI data into 3D model surgeons used to plan operations, who create courtroom animations showing exactly how an accident happened, who visualize molecular structures for pharmaceutical companies trying to explain their new drug to investors. The pay? $90,000 to $150,000 easily. Senior roles at biotech firms go way higher. Why can AI touch this? Liability, accuracy, domain expertise. If an AI generates a slightly wrong heart valve for a surgical planning model, someone could die. If it misrepresents the physics of a car crash in a legal animation, a case gets thrown out. If it hallucinates a protein folding structure, millions in research funding goes down the drain. These artists work with PhDs, doctors, and lawyers. They need to understand enough biology, physics, or engineering to not make catastrophic errors. They need to translate complex data into visuals that are both accurate and understandable. AI can't sit in a room with a surgeon and ask, when you make that incision, what exactly do you need to see? The barrier to entry here isn't artistic talent. It's the ability to speak two languages, art and science. That a moat AI can't cross. But maybe you like characters more than molecules. Character rigging TD, the puppet master. This is the person who takes a beautiful character model and makes it actually move without breaking. Every finger joint, every facial muscle, every bit of corrective deformation that keeps the knees from looking like nightmares when bent. AI auto-rigging exists. I've used it. It's fine for background characters. It's fine for simple humanoids. But try auto-rigging a six-legged creature with a prehensile tail and wings that need to fold like origami. Try getting an AI to understand that the director wants the shoulder to deform in a very specific, anatomically impossible way, because it reads better on camera. Rigging is problem-solving at the intersection of anatomy, math, and art direction. Every character is a custom puzzle. AI hates custom puzzles. It likes averages. Senior riggers at film studios make $130,000 to $170,000. And they're constantly busy because for every AI-generated base mesh, someone still needs to make it perform. Someone still needs to build the face rig that can hit the exact micro-expression the director needs in the climax. The model is the instrument. The rigger makes it playable. Now, what if you prefer working in the real world? Job 6, Reality Capture Specialist. This is the person who goes to real locations with laser scanners, photogrammetry rigs, and LiDAR equipment. They scan ancient temples for preservation. They capture crime scenes for forensic reconstruction. They scan luxury real estate for virtual walkthroughs. They digitize museum artifacts so they can be studied without being touched. Day rates for on-site scanning work range from $800 to $2,000, depending on the project. And the equipment isn't cheap, which means the barrier to entry keeps competition low. Why can't AI do this? Because it requires physically being there. AI can generate a temple. It can't capture the exact erosion patterns of a specific 500-year-old wall that archaeologists need to track over time. It can't scan a car crash scene with millimeter precision for an insurance investigation. It can't calibrate a scanner in changing weather conditions on a remote mountain. This job is half technician, half field operative. You're managing terabytes of data, processing point clouds, cleaning meshes, and delivering data sets that have to be forensically accurate. As virtual production and digital twins explode, the demand for people who can capture the real world accurately is skyrocketing. An AI can't leave the computer. But what if you're more of a big picture person? Job 7, Real-Time Art Director, or Virtual Production Creative Lead. This is the person who stands in front of an LED wall and decides, in real time, what the audience sees. They're part cinematographer, part game engine expert, part therapist for anxious directors. They make $150,000 to $250,000 plus. And the reason is simple. They own the visual outcome. AI can generate environments. It can't decide which environment supports the story. It can't frame a shot for emotional impact, while an actor is waiting for direction. It can't say, the lighting is beautiful, but it's stealing focus from the performance. Let's dial it back. This role requires taste. Years of it. The kind of taste that knows when something is technically perfect, but emotionally dead. It's also deeply collaborative. You're translating between the director's vague feelings, the technical team's constraints, and the budget reality. It doesn't do vague feelings. It does prompts. As more productions move to real time, the people who can lead that visual conversation are becoming the most powerful people on set. Not the render wranglers, the real-time decision makers. And that brings us to the pattern. Look at all 7 of these jobs. What's the common thread? None of them are about pushing the prettiest pixels. All of them are about managing complexity that AI can't handle. Context, physical presence, liability, taste, chaos, custom problem solving, real-time decisions. AI is incredible at averages. It's a mediocre intern who works at infinite speed. What it can't do is own outcomes. It can't say, this is wrong, and here's why. It can't sit in a tense room and make the call. The high-paying 3D jobs of 2026 aren't the ones that avoid AI. They're the ones that sit upstream from it. They direct it. They fix it. They contextualize it. They make it usable. So if you're worried about your 3D career, stop trying to outrender the machine. Start building the skills that make you the person the machine needs permission from. If this video gave you a career target you didn't know existed, good. That's the whole point. Hit that subscribe button. Because this channel is where we talk about the 3D industry without the panic and without the fluff. Every week, I break down the niches, the salaries, and the shifts that actually affect your career. Drop a comment and tell me, which of these 7 surprised you the most? Are you already working in one of these fields? Or are you thinking about pivoting? I read every comment, and the best career conversations happen down there. Like this video, if it calmed your AI anxiety and replaced it with a plan. It tells YouTube to put this in front of other artists who are spiraling right now. Share it with that friend who's convinced they're about to be replaced by a prompt. Show them there's a $200,000 path that doesn't involve competing with a server farm. The jobs are there. The money is there. The only question is whether you're building the right skills to collect it. Keep creating. Keep solving. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.